Hello there! Thank you for tuning in once again to my second episode of Primal Reviews. If you caught my first episode, I think I much appreciate it. It takes a lot of time and effort for me to find pictures, audio, GIFs, sync this stuff up, and try not to sound too much of a fool. But enough with talk. Let's get to the review. We start off our second episode, River of Snakes, with Spear and Fang hunting, but not like friends, more like rivals. Trying to get a feel for each other, like on a first date. KFC? Yeah, I'm more like a Chipotle's. Right. Anyways, as they continue to travel together, there are a couple of bumps and bruises. A simple yes, a long no. But that's usually how it is when you're traveling with others. You start to get the dynamic of these two. One's a hunter, the other's a predator. One weighs about probably the weight of a Volkswagen, while the other is built like a linebacker. Fang stands at a 10 to 15 feet tall, or 300 to 400 centimeters, and Spear stands around 5'5", or 5'6", 160 centimeters. So you can see how things can be different between these two. After all, one's a 10-foot lizard, the other one's a short lamb. Still a little taller than some. But height isn't everything. Get back onto the point. These two are just basically traveling buddies at the moment. Brought together by unfortunate circumstances, now just wandering the land, wanting to figure out what to do next. There are funny moments in this, where basically they get on each other's nerves, but what do you expect? I won't try to go on too much detail on this, but when Fang and Spear are resting in a cave by a fire, Spear starts reminiscing about his family. Genndy really does know how to tell a story without any dialogue. All I can say is if you watch this episode, you can feel Spear missing his family in the old days. Who wouldn't? We all like to reminisce and go back on nostalgia. But right now, he feels like he's alone, and he's just only got this dinosaur that he really doesn't trust right here at this moment, and neither should anyone when you meet someone new. They can have all the good intentions, still doesn't mean you know them, and that's why you have to try to get to know others before making the decision. Returning back to the plot point where tensions start to get high. Both Fang and Spear are hunting again, but this time there's conflict, fighting over the next thing they can both eat. Arguments over lunch, a common practice till this day. Spear trying to set down ground rules on who gets to hunt, and Fang still thinking she's an alpha. They clash. They argue, they bicker, they fight. The rain starts to fall, and you start to get worried that these two might just end up as enemies. Fang gets the upper hand by breaking Spear's spear, but Spear is not giving up. And you're probably wondering about the title of this. It's called The River of Snakes, and throughout we haven't seen any serpents other than Fang and Spear. But we're getting to that point. It seems as if Fang and Spear are coming to no agreement. Before anything else can happen, a horde of snakes comes pouring out of the forest, as if a sign. Both recognizing the imminent danger of the situation, they call a truce and decide to get away from this area. From one bad situation to another, Spear and Fang find themselves in a dilemma that they both can't deal with individually. From one issue to another, they end up arguing, to running, to surviving a flash flood. Snakes is already a bad point, and now the fear of drowning. Can this get any worse?
Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. Hello, my good time friend.
And if you think that's bad, further down the stream is a giant waterfall. Anyway, their position becomes dire as they have to survive snakes, a waterfall, and each other. But in the end, it's for the falls to decide. This time, we end on a happy ending. Fang and Spear apologize to each other, agree that each other isn't really that bad compared to flaws on both ends, and continue on with their journeys. The second episode ends on an even more of a happier note compared to the first one, but it's on your decision on what you think when you watch it. This one is a little more of a shorter review this time compared to my first one, and I do hope I'm doing a little better on this. But if not, I still appreciate that you tuned in so far to listen to this caveman ramble. But if you are enjoying it, please like, subscribe, and follow along with my channel. Any comments or tips on helping me improve this, I'd be much appreciated toward it. But until next time, for the third episode of Primal, I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.